The rifle is set up just to be a plain Jane, easy-going, hard-hitting 30 caliber hunting rifle. The reason I chose the number 1 over the number 4 is that the number 1 has the sights here up on the barrel, and with my eyesight it's a lot easier to see these than it is to see the rear mounted one. Right there. Super happy with these loads, guys, so far. No stuck bullets. All either at subsonic or a little bit over, which is kind of where I needed to be to start with. Now let's kick some cans into view and see if I can hit them with some buckshot. I got about 25 cans laying all over here. 30 caliber buckshot pellets, loaded in 303 with the sporterized Enfield. Pretty happy with it so far. No idea if we're going to hit anything. We're just going to shoot at pop cans that are nice and close. Totally happy with that. So all these ones are the 303 British. There was, let's see, there was 8 different loads covering 3 different projectiles and probably about 5 different powders or something like that. So if these weren't subsonic, because I didn't bring the chronograph, they were probably pretty darn close. They all have really good primer strikes, which I'm happy with. They're looking okay. Same thing, no big black smoke lines down the sides or anything like that. No issues. I had no real weird shots, no super, unusual sounds, or no suspicion of stuck bullets happening at all. Everything was really flying pretty good. These have not been cleaned yet. These are as fired. They're going to get deprimed and cleaned here right away and reloaded for the next trip. No primers are coming out. Little bit of a rounded corner on some of them still. Good firing pin strikes. I like that. No issues at all. And these were fully prepped prior to shooting. They were full length sized. They were annealed. Primer pockets cleaned and uniformed. Checked for length and trimmed if required. Absolutely everything was done. Flash holes, deburred, you name it, it was done to these things. Okay, we'll get to the target here in a second, but first I'll show you. These are my dummy rounds from the loads that I was shooting in the video there. This is the 53 grain round ball. The 104 grain cast lead from the Lee mold that I did on Moldy Monday. It's supposed to be 100 grain, but it comes out 104 the way I cast it, or last summer anyway. And then these were the 71 grain commercial full copper plate that I had the best groups with, but they're not legal for hunting, so they're just for fun, for plinking. Anyway, the one problem I ran into with loading this stuff was when you're loading real short bullets, they don't tend to grab the front of the mag, and as the pressure on the mag goes up, the bullets tend to sit higher and higher and higher. I didn't have any actually pop out when I was doing the testing, and it won't really be a problem in theory, you know, in the field, because these are intended for subsonic single loading. You know, when you're deer hunting or big game hunting with your rifle, and then you see some small game that you want to take, then you pull out, you know, whichever one I end up going with, and you just single load one of those into the chamber. So that's it. Now let's look at the target. We'll just go through quickly. Group 1, 71 grain bullet. Not legal for hunting, but for plinking, perfectly good. And then a little better group here with 6 grains of Trail Boss, same bullet. Now group 3, way down here, probably my best group actually, was the 104 grain cast soft lead. And that actually might be subsonic, which is kind of what I'm after. Group 4, 5 grains of 700X, about a 2-inch group. Group 5 was 1 grain less than my best shooting group with Trail Boss, 5 grains. Needs more work. And then group 6 was opened right up to, you know, 3 inches or so. 4 grains of bullseye. And then not really shot on the targets, just at the pop cans. I did 53 grain buckshot, 5 grains of Trail Boss, and my best shooting loads, or one of the best ones so far, was this 3 grains of red dot. Which you saw, you know, in the video if you didn't skip past it, where I was doing pretty good hitting, you know, pop cans and stuff. So that's the load that I'm hoping will be the one that I go with. And then just as a side note here, one of the previous videos, this is the 28 gauge shotgun loaded with 53 grain round ball. 20 yards, 25 yards, whatever. And I'm really happy with that. So it turned out pretty good. Thanks to everybody for all your help. This was the first time I shot cast rifle bullets that I made. Up until now I've only ever shot shotgun slugs, round ball, and buckshot. And this was the first time I actually, you know, got to shoot some of my own cast buckshot, you know, in a rifle, and bullets in a rifle. And I'm really happy with them. They turned out really good. Have a great day, everybody. Mike out.